But I must preface it by saying this. DC Comics is in a interesting spot. By interesting spot, I mean they're screwed. And by screwed, let's break it down and let's kind of give some historical context here. So, y'all remember the absolute dog crap sort of line, the all new, all different Marvel, right? I don't want to say unanimously. I think a lot of us understand that that's when Marvel really started to, you can't really say go downhill, but Marvel Comics went off a cliff, and there was like select few different books that were okay since then. But the all new, all different Marvel was terrible, right? Now imagine this. DC, because of that, they had the Rebirth thing, which I have we have a feature episode coming out. I talked with some guy about this as well. And this was an opportunity, and Rebirth was an opportunity for DC, which they did pass Marvel when it came to the books. I'm not talking about the movies. I'm not talking about the animation, though animation, DC kills Marvel as well. I'm talking strictly the books. They had an opportunity, and instead of keeping to it, Rebirth, it was a great start. I talked about how Detective Comics was like my favorite Rebirth run. I believe they did a great job with that Bat family, with Clayface and Red Robin and Spoiler, Orphan, Batman, Batwoman. Like, that was a great tandem, and I really loved it. It's my favorite book. And then they, for whatever reason, said, y'all remember that thing that Marvel did? How about we do that too? And now they've announced Future State, which is a tokenized fest, where all it is you're going to see people in positions representing characters that you already know. You know, they already announced the non-binary Flash that nobody fucking asked for. They're putting that type of shit out there. That's where they're at with this whole sort of thing. So they will repeat the same mistakes that Marvel made, and they're doing it in the books as well. Now, the main books, which, you know, the whole excuse for Future State, well, it's just it's a different universe. It's not going to be a long-standing thing. Well, I don't believe that. If the character is not liked, but if they think that the stands, right? The stands that don't be there on Wednesday and actually read books, but they make stand accounts. They always defend these tokenized characters and they cosplay them on Instagram and shit. Those fucking weirdos, the ones that don't actually buy the books, which is why I say those guys are the worst, because they give like DC this false sort of perception on what people want as the consumer. The consumer doesn't want non-binary Flash. The consumer didn't ask for that. That's some shit that the normies asked for, right? And they're not going to be there Wednesday to pick that shit up anyway. They may buy issue 1 to take a picture solely for Instagram, and after that, they're not doing anything. They're not even going to read the book that they're taking pictures of. Like, hey, look at me, this non-binary Flash. I feel desired. I feel wanted. I feel represented now that they have this character that looks like me. Fucking weirdo. They may buy issue number 1, and after that, they're gone. But DC starts to make the same mistakes that Marvel made. And what's going to happen here, and what they are talking about, and DC knows that they fucked up, right? This is what happens when you let the insane people run the asylum. DC, being the daughter of a superhero isn't always easy. Find out in why in I Am Not Starfire by Moriko Tamaki and Yoshitani. And here's Starfire, and this is supposed to be Starfire's daughter. You are looking at it right. Now this is, I believe, a graphic novel. And DC has for a while, to be completely fair, going that route with their graphic. Now, this art is dog shit, by the way. Yeah, this is like, this is all right. Look, anyway, this is the direction that they've gone with some of the the graphic novels, by the way, in which that's what it is. We had the Gotham High or whatever it was. Like that's the direction that they've been going for a while with their. It's not necessarily canon, which is a positive thing, but they have like these weird iterations of classic characters for these graphics. So not even like legitimate graphic novels, not like graphic novels that are. That matters, a Death of Captain Marvel or something like that. A good graphic novel that makes sense. It's canon. It's more of graphic novels for fans, these weird old writers to tell their little fan fictions that are dog shit anyway. That's more so what it is. But this is all right, of course this is goofy, right? This looks goofy. This is obviously going into this body positivity bullshit. But this is the hilarious thing. So I want you guys to take a look at this picture. Right here, right? This is the daughter, okay? This is the daughter of Starfire that they're saying, and she's bad built, and by bad I don't mean good. I mean she's literally built bad. Y'all know we don't do the body positivity thing here. I believe you should be taking care of your body, and I as a person that cares about you, get your ass in shape. Nonetheless, take a look at this, okay? So you're wondering, like, what the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking with this? You're looking like, this doesn't even look like damn, the fruit falling far from the tree, real far from the tree, huh? What the hell is this? So you see this, right? You're taking a look at this. I'm going to show y'all something. That's the writer. All right, let's recap. It's a fucking self-insert. It's a self-insert. That's what it is. That's exactly, bangs and all. Bangs and all, bro. It's a self-insert. And that is the problem with DC Comics right now. It's that they are getting people to write their books. And I believe this chick's about to write Detective Comics. I heard rumors about that. Holy shit. But that's the problem with these weirdo writers nowadays. And I have a couple of interviews that I have coming out in the future that'll be for Canon's sake that you guys will see, talking about people that are also tied to the game, or talking to people that are also tied to the game. And what you're dealing with is folks that have no business being in these positions. A lot of them are diversity hires. I'm just going to be 100 with you. Guys that probably would be, that should not be in these positions. They didn't get there by way of merit. Yes, she may be a New York Times best-selling author. Does that mean that she probably should be writing DC Comics? That doesn't mean shit. But that's what happens, is that they have their vision of what the stories that they want to tell. They don't necessarily make sense as it pertains to the actual characters that have existed historically, that they did not create. You can say that she created this character, but it looks to be a self-insert. But it's piggybacking off of Starfire more than anything. So you have a lot of self-inserts. It's like you can guess the political and the social positions of the writer, having just read the book, which is not making for good art, right? That doesn't make for good books. If I can sit up there and read your story and I'm like, this guy's probably a raging leftist because of this, and this that happened in the books. And then you go on their Twitter, because everybody wears their political positions on their sleeves. And then you go to Twitter and it's exactly what I said. right? It's a very easy thing to predict because these are very predictable people that shouldn't be in these positions, but they are in these positions and they'll continue to be in these positions until, it's why I said Jim Lee was complicit in all of this. They're doing this future state stuff, which is going to be trash. You're probably going to see live action depictions of these characters. They just like to kind of semi trying to canonize some of this stuff. So the normies can Google real fast when a black Batman pops up so they can go, well, this happened back in the future state story that, of course, they don't even own the damn book. It's just that's what they want to see, because this is hyper emphasis of representation, diversity, and all of it. And they don't even know how to do that in an authentic way. They just do it in ways of self-insert and beating you over the head with it. Or taking classic characters, race changing, sexuality changing, piggyback or using like the character's brand, which is what we see a lot now, both with Marvel and DC, using old characters' brand. In this case, it's Starfire, but you use that brand and then try to tell this like weird fan fiction story based on that. This is something that nobody asked for, but to be fair to the writer, this is a direction that DC has been going with the graphic novels for a while now. But these guys are in positions that they have no business being in, and until you get some people that are actual leaders and say, look, man, y'all can't be writing for us. Y'all suck, bro. You'll continue to see this trash.